You work hard, you show up every day, you carry responsibility, deadlines, pressure. But the promotion, the recognition, the growth you deserve, still waiting. Here's a question that can change everything. What if the reason you're stuck is not your talent, but the way you improve? Most people believe career success comes from giant leaps, big results, big opportunities, big breakthroughs. But the truth is this: the employees who rise the fastest are not the ones who push the hardest, but the ones who improve the smartest. Just 1% each day. This simple rule set at Kaizen transformed Japan into a world leader, and today it's the hidden advantage of top performers in every industry. So in the next few minutes, you and I will unlock a new approach to career growth. No burnout, no waiting for someone to notice you, no overwhelming goals, just tiny improvements that quietly build unstoppable momentum. Until one day everyone asks, how did you grow so fast? Stay with me, because what you will learn today can shift the entire direction of your career. Now, let's start with the mindset shift that turns ordinary employees into future leaders. Why you're working hard, but not moving up. Let's be brutally honest for a moment. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they're stuck in a system that only rewards visible wins. You show up every day. You handle tasks. You respond to endless emails. You stay late. But when you look at your career, nothing changes. No promotion, no recognition, no real growth. And deep down, you start wondering, why am I working so hard if nothing is moving forward? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Hard work isn't the problem. Direction is. You're climbing, yes, but the ladder is lying on the wrong wall. Think about it. Your manager says, show me results. But also that don't make mistakes. Your workplace says, be innovative, but also it don't break the routine. You're expected to achieve big, but only through tiny, invisible steps. That contradiction kills momentum. Your brain says, if progress isn't seen, it doesn't count. So eventually, you feel stuck, drained, and invisible. You are not failing. Your system of progress is failing you, but Kaizen rewrites that system. Kaizen says, every day you improve by 1%, and those tiny improvements quietly build a career that nobody can ignore. And here's where things get exciting, because in the next section, you'll learn how to turn every ordinary workday into a building block for the next big promotion. Let's shift how you measure success, starting today. The Kaizen Career Shift. Stop being busy. Start being unstoppable. Let's flip the script for a moment. Work told you this lie your entire life. Success comes from big actions. Huge achievements, massive results, dramatic breakthroughs. But here's the real story. Careers don't grow in giant leaps. They grow in tiny moves that others fail to notice. Think about the people who rise the fastest at work. They aren't always the smartest. They aren't always the loudest. They aren't even the ones who stay the latest. They are the ones who improve just a little every day. They are the ones who improve just a little every day. One slightly better email than yesterday. One tiny workflow fix. One micro skill upgrade. One more conversation that builds trust small enough that no one applauds, but powerful enough that no one can stop. Because while everyone else is waiting for a big chance, you're creating one every day. This is the Kaizen mindset. Don't chase promotions. Build yourself until the promotion has no choice but to chase you. Your 1% today might look invisible, but stack that 1% tomorrow and the next day and the next. Suddenly, you're the person who solves problems before they exist. You're the person who grows faster than the system can measure. You're the person they can't afford to lose. That's how careers transform, not with a miracle Monday, but with a micro win every weekday. And here's the twist that changes everything. The 1% is already around you, hidden in your daily tasks. You just haven't learned where to look yet. Because starting in the next section, I'll show you exactly how to find your personal 1%. The tiny improvements that turn this year into your breakthrough. Ready? Let's uncover the places where your next big career leap is secretly hiding. Identify bottlenecks. Find the tiny leak that's sinking your growth. Let's zoom in on something powerful. Most careers don't fail because of huge mistakes. They fail because of small, hidden frictions repeated every single day. Those tiny things you tolerate but never fix. That one confusing workflow. That single task that always takes longer than it should. That delay waiting for someone's approval. That daily miscommunication that causes rework. These are career bottlenecks, micro problems slowing you down so quietly only that you start thinking the problem is you. But here's the truth, small inefficiencies create big roadblocks, and when you remove just one, your entire day on your entire reputation, it can change. Let's do a quick self-check. Ask yourself, what slows me down every day? What do I repeat that drains my energy? Where do mistakes keep happening nonstop? You don't need a big system redesign, you just need to choose one tiny friction point and improve it by 1%. Because imagine this, today, fix a 5-minute error in your process. Tomorrow, save those same 5 minutes. Next week, 35 minutes gained. Next month, 2.5 hours of extra productivity. 1 year later, 30+ hours saved from one improvement. And do you know what happens then? People start saying things like, "You're always ahead of schedule. You make things look easy. You're the one I go to when I need something done right." Your small fix becomes your signature strength. And here's the magic. Every workplace notices who makes things smoother. Because efficiency equals value. Value equals growth. And you might be one bottleneck away from becoming the most reliable person in the room. So now comes the exciting part. In the next segment, I'll show you exactly how to turn bottlenecks into opportunities while starting tomorrow morning. Because your 1% advantage is already right in front of you. You just haven't claimed it yet. The 3 micro habits that make you unignorable. Let's get practical now. Because Kaizen isn't about inspiration, it's about daily transformation. If you want to rise in your career, you only need 3 tiny upgrades every day, not 3 hours. Not 3 massive tasks, just 3 micro habits. Each one only 1% better than yesterday. Why 3? Because these are the 3 currencies of career growth: skills, communication, productivity. Master these even in tiny doses, and your career trajectory cannot stay flat. Let's break them down. 1. The 1% skill upgrade. Learn one thing that future you will thank you for. Not a full course, not a new degree. Just one microscopic step toward mastery, one new shortcut, one new sentence of knowledge, 1 minute of a tutorial, one improved technique in something you already do. People wait for a promotion to grow. Kaizen says grow first. The promotion will arrive late but certain. Every 1% skill upgrade is proof that tomorrow's version of you is more valuable than today's. 2. The 1% communication upgrade. Be the person everyone understands. Careers don't collapse because of knowledge. They collapse because of miscommunication. So here's your micro win. 1 clearer message per day. Turn 1 long paragraph into bullet points. Shorten 1 email into a single clear request. Replace confusion with clarity. Just once a day, clarity is a promotion accelerant. Because the person who communicates clearly becomes the person everyone trusts. 3. The 1% productivity upgrade. Make tomorrow faster than today. You don't need to work more. You need to work smarter. 1 tiny optimization at a time. Just fix 1 micro inefficiency. Create 1 template. Automate 1 repeated task. Remove 1 useless step. Organize 1 tiny part of your workflow. Each small optimization makes the next one easier. That's how momentum is born. Now let me ask you something. If you learn 1 tiny skill every day, communicate 1% clearer every day, work just a little smarter every day, how long before your competence becomes impossible to ignore? Not long. Because while everyone else is waiting for someone to notice them, you are quietly building yourself into someone they can't ignore, even if they tried. And here's the best part. You don't need recognition today, because your brain recognizes every micro win first, and that changes how you see yourself, which is exactly where we're heading next. In the next section, we'll unlock the hidden psychological switch that turns tiny progress into unshakable confidence. The exact moment your career begins to rise. The invisible power of micro wins. When no one sees you winning yet, here's something most people never realize. Your career doesn't change the moment others notice you. It changes the moment you notice yourself. Because every micro win rewires how your brain sees you. Let's break this hidden power down. 1. The dopamine loop. Tiny wins create big momentum. Your brain doesn't love huge victories. It loves completion. Every time you complete a tiny improvement, click. Your brain releases a small burst of dopamine. That felt good. Let's do it again. Small wins, repeated dopamine, automatic motivation. Automatic motivation, consistency. Consistency, transformation, motivation isn't something you wait for, it's something you manufacture with micro wins. While others are waiting to feel motivated, you're already moving. 2. The identity shift. I'm someone who rises. A habit isn't just an action, it's a vote for who you believe you are. Each 1% win says, I keep promises to myself. I always grow. I'm moving toward the future version of me. That's identity. And identity is the engine behind unstoppable careers. Because once your brain believes you're that person, your actions start matching the identity automatically. The question changes from, can I do this, to, how much better will I be tomorrow? 3. The secret mindset of fast risers. The people who climb the fastest don't chase achievements. They chase showing up. They know, show up to the habit and the goal will take care of itself. They worry less about the result and more about the system that produces results. This means every tiny improvement is progress, even if nobody applauds today. Because one day, all those invisible wins will become visible all at once. Now here's a question for you. What if your boss suddenly realized you've been improving every single day, while others have been standing still? That's the moment the tables turn. That's the moment your career accelerates. And guess what? Kaizen is designed to create that moment. But before that happens, you need to understand something critical. Because in the next section, I'm going to reveal how managers actually decide who gets promoted, the hidden criteria that has nothing to do with talent and everything to do with Kaizen. Your micro wins are building a foundation. Now let's make sure the right people see it. Ready? Let's step into the psychology of promotions. How Kaizen makes you stand out at work. The quiet strategy that turns you into the person no one can replace. Let's talk about the moment everything changes. In every workplace, there are 2 types of people: those who wait for a big opportunity and those who create one piece by piece. Most professionals think, if I can just land one big project, if I can just impress them once. But here's the real secret. Promotions don't come from a single spotlight moment. They come from the accumulation of tiny improvements the spotlight eventually can't ignore. Kaizen converts invisible progress into visible advantage. Week 1, no one notices. Week 2, your tasks finish a little faster. Week 3, your emails are clearer, your solutions cleaner. Week 4, suddenly as people rely on you, then your boss starts saying things like, who made this easier? Who fixed this issue before it became a problem? Who always seems to improve everything they touch? Answer: you. Not the loudest, not the office hero, not the one begging for recognition, just the person who gets 1% better every day. And here's the psychological shift inside your workplace. You stop being replaceable. You become essential because people trust momentum. They trust someone who always grows. They trust someone who upgrades the team just by showing up. That's the power of the 1% employee, more reliable than yesterday, more skillful than last week, more solution-focused than last month. This is how careers rise, not by convincing others you deserve more, but by becoming the one they can't afford to lose. And now the important question: how do we make sure your progress is seen and rewarded? Because you're not just improving for yourself, you're building a future the world has to acknowledge. In the next section, we'll craft your Kaizen career system, a simple weekly routine that turns tiny progress into undeniable results. The Kaizen career system. Make your growth impossible to ignore. Let's turn everything you've learned into a promotion magnet system, because tiny progress means nothing if no one sees it. You need a way to track your growth that makes people say, wow, you've really leveled up. Here's your 3-step Kaizen career system. 1. Define your promotion direction. Where should your 1% go? Most employees improve randomly. You improve strategically. Pick one direction aligned with your future role: leadership, technical expertise, efficiency and improvement, client communication impact. If your 1% aligns with tomorrow's role, every micro-step becomes a qualification. Your growth becomes intentional, not accidental. 2. Daily micro-tracking. Proof of progress. Every day, record just one line. Today I improved skill by 1%. Today I fixed process by 1%. Today I communicated 1% clearer. One sentence, one check mark, one undeniable receipt. Over 30 days, you'll have a visible story of growth. And guess what? Managers don't promote ideas, they promote evidence. This is your evidence. 3. Weekly reflection, the Hansei Review. Just 5 minutes every Friday, ask yourself, what did I improve this week? What slowed me down? What 1% should I focus on next week? This is the secret Japan used to rebuild faster than any nation in history. Reflect, adjust, improve, repeat, while others repeat the same week forever. You evolve every week. Why this system works? Because visibility creates opportunity. Over a few months, your communication sounds sharper, your confidence looks stronger, your skills grow deeper, your efficiency becomes undeniable. Suddenly, you're not just another employee, you're the one who keeps getting better. And in the real world, progress doesn't need to be loud, but it must be noticed. And that leads us to something crucial. Even if you improve daily, even if your performance rises, there's still one big mistake that stops people right at the edge of promotion, a mistake 90% of workers make without realizing it. Let me show you that mistake so you never get held back again. The Kaizen promotion system. Become the person they can't replace. Now let's talk about the outcome you're really here for. Growth that gets seen. Performance that gets rewarded. A career that finally moves up. Most employees wait for a promotion. Kaizen employees build one. Here's how your 1% system becomes undeniable. 1. Track micro wins. Write down one improvement at the end of each day. Fixed email process saved 7 minutes daily. Improved client response layout, fewer follow-ups. Learned shortcut, faster task execution. Tiny actions documented become big results measured. Because managers don't reward efforts. They reward patterns of improvement they can see. You're giving them proof. 2. Share value, not ego. Once per week, send a short update like, quick improvements this week that helped our workflow. Bullet points, neutral tone, no bragging. You're not saying, look at me. You're saying, look at what's now better. That's the language leaders respond to. 3. Create Kaizen wins every month. Every micro improvement builds into faster response times, better client feedback, more organized processes, smoother teamwork. Over 30 days, those invisible upgrades become unignorable results. That is when the conversation changes from, we like your work, to we can't risk losing you. And when a company fears losing you, your promotion is no longer a request. It becomes a retention strategy. One day your boss will look at you and think, every time they touch something, it gets better. Not because you performed miracles, but because you improved by 1% every single day. And we still have one final step, the step that turns all this into a repeatable, unstoppable system. Let's build your career Kaizen plan, the blueprint that upgrades your future starting tomorrow. Your 21-day career Kaizen plan become unignorable. Take a deep breath, because what you do after this video will determine where your career goes next. No more waiting for luck. No more hoping someone will notice. No more feeling stuck. Starting today, you take control. And I'm giving you a simple 21-day roadmap that turns everything you learned into real career growth. One tiny win a day. Unstoppable momentum in 3 weeks. Week 1. Be 1% more skilled. Each day, learn one tiny new technique. Shortcut, trick, workflow improvement, just one. You become more valuable day by day. Week 2. Be 1% more clear. Every day, send one clearer communication. One email, shorter. One request, sharper. People will suddenly understand you better. Week 3. Be 1% more efficient. Fix one micro bottleneck daily. A template and automation, a step removed. Work gets lighter, results get louder. At the end of 21 days, you will not only feel different, you will be different. Your team will notice. Your manager will notice. And most importantly, you will notice. Because now, you're not hoping for success. You're building it 1% at a time. Your turn. Comment below right now. What will be your first 1% career improvement tomorrow? A clearer email, a smarter workflow, a new micro skill? Your comment may inspire someone else to start too. And remember, you're not behind, you're not stuck, you're compounding. Every tiny improvement is a step toward the version of you that no company can afford to lose. If you want a career that rises every single day, then you belong here. Subscribe to Kaizen Mind Mastery, where we grow smarter, not harder. Don't miss it. Your career momentum has already started, and day 1 of your breakthrough begins now.